Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Self Discovery Support. These readings and messages focus on encouraging mutual understanding and learning about ourselves through our connections and relationships. Thanks for joining me here. Show your support, please, with a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Check the description box for more resources and info to help you on your journey. So we're going to have a small moment here. Most High, please guide this reading for the highest good of the collective. Okay. All right. It's Friday. Hope everybody is having a good Friday. And today we're going to do a collective reading. All right. And we're using the Change Tarot, which is really good if you're in the market for a tarot deck, and the Rana George Lenormand, right? We're going to do a life message, a life path message at the beginning, and then have our collective connections and relationships message. All right. Okay, so let's get started. So I was doing the shuffle, and I pulled out the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like what is happening now for the collective, which has to do with life path, right? So you see it's this hand holding this coin. It is something valuable being presented to us. So for many of you in the collective, some of you could be facing this chance, is how I would like to phrase it, an opportunity. Maybe it is that you're seeing a doorway. Even if you look at this image, there's a pathway that you could take that would lead you to something either much better. It could turn out to be much better if you take that path, right? And that is the energy for some. The other one is, for some of you, you might be wanting to offer this to somebody right now. And this is not always going to be like monetary, right? It's not always going to be, it would be good if it's monetary. And for some of us, it's more money than other things, but it is an opportunity. It's a chance for you being offered at this moment to take a path that could actually become very fruitful, right? It depends on what we do with a chance. And in your hidden energy here is this Page of Swords, right? So this to me feels like it's something that you have been wanting, watching, studying for a while. So for some of you, it's like if you've been, for example, eyeing a car or travel or something even smaller, a chance could come where you're able to somehow start at least the journey to head towards that. For some of you, it's going to be relationships, quite frankly. But let me just give you a little bit of the passage from the guidebook, which I think is so insightful. It talks about, especially in this last part, it says, thought behavior is easily influenced by other domains. So like thoughts, feelings, and energy, but it doesn't always have to be. With practice, we can cultivate a degree of behavioral sovereignty. We can develop the ability to move in alignment with our values no matter what our minds are doing. This capacity is a gift that the pentacle brings. So it's almost like what you put your effort into is what you are going to get back, right? We all know that, but that's the message here for the collective. I think it's like we're about to see like a doorway where there's going to be a lot of resources that you have access to, right? I love it because for many people, this is the chance to make something right, the chance to get on a new path, the chance to increase, all kind of things, right? So I am gonna now leave it there and move on to your connections and relationships message. All right, with that in mind, we're going to see some of that Ace of Pentacles energy here, actually. I am certain of it, but it may come out in a different way. So, for the collective, what is going on in their connections and relationships? Please tell us. Okay, we have the letter. We have the man. We have the cross. We have the woman. Ooh, okay. We have the star. Okay. Let's keep going. We have the bed. We have the child. We have the mountain. The scythe. And the clouds. Okay. All right. I mean, I can already tell what this is. This is a very clear perspective here in the collective. There is somebody, and for some of you, I'm just going to say you might find yourself on either side of the fence, because there's two people here. There's actually three people. There is, and I'm going to use masculine and feminine clearly because the Lenormand calls for that. I'm going to just say there's a guy and a woman, right? And there is, for some of you, there is somebody that you're missing, somebody that you had difficulties with, somebody that maybe even has blocked their energy off from you. Now, this could be, if you're not relating to that, there's also this feminine energy. And let me tell you her story. So, this is a woman who has cut off some difficulty that she's having with a guy, right? So this is her perspective now on what's happened. She's cut it off completely, and she wants to go for her future. She wants to achieve something that seemed out of reach. It seemed like her future was unclear when she was with or in association with this guy. But now she wants to like leave burdens behind and move towards what seems like the bright future, right? So already that is the intro. You can tell who side you are on. Let me know in the comments whose side you're on here. All right, so let's get into it some more. The energy we have here is somebody wanting to return a situation to a time when it was comfortable, a time when things felt safe, secure, and also it's just like needing or wanting that energy again in someone's life, right? And there also is somebody here wanting to send a message, wanting to tell somebody, wanting to open up actually to someone about how they feel. And it feels like there are a lot of actually hidden, intimate, even potentially like with the side card, erotic feelings that somebody has not told somebody else, right? This guy, this masculine energy comes up as the one that wants a new beginning. The other option here for some of you, because everything is not going to match everybody's story, but the other thing coming through here is there could be a man who actually has a child that came from some kind of affair, and they're wanting to disclose this to somebody. This person here. This has been, it feels like this situation for this guy has been really difficult in terms of a lot of issues, a lot of baggage, a lot of struggles in that dynamic. There's not mention of who the other person is, but it feels like this person, this guy, also wants a new beginning, but finds it hard to do that because he seems to be closed off from this other person who's interested in, right? There's a lot of difficulty between the two, and he's finding it hard to close that gap or to overcome the obstacles here. We're going to go into it a little bit more. I'm very curious about this, what the obstacles are. But let's find out more here about this feminine energy. So she also now, as we said, cut herself off from things, and it could have happened very suddenly. I think that she felt like this guy and his all the things that were related to him were very heavy. She could also have felt like she couldn't penetrate through whatever type of baggage or struggle or wall he had up. And so it felt like, even though she feels like this person could be somebody that she really had great hopes for, right? She really felt like this person was going to be a part of her life. She also doesn't want to stay in confusion, right? She also doesn't want to like remain unclear. So if we break this down for the collective, right? Some of you are probably on this side of feeling like there's something I'm going through in my life where there's a lot of issues I'm dealing with, and it's heavy, right? The truth is, it's heavy. So for some of you, it is a past partner, unresolved feelings, family issues, even parental issues, right? But that situation seems all encompassing. Like it's something hard to get out of. And it seemed like you didn't feel like, if you're on this side relating to that, you didn't feel like you could disclose all of that to your person. And it felt like you wanted, like you really desired them. Like there's a lot of like desire energy here. I don't necessarily see love energy, but I do see like I desire this person a lot. But the truth is, my life comes with certain amounts of baggage, right? Now, if you're relating to this feminine side, it could feel like for you in the collective that you just may have to make the decision that the person you met, it seemed like you clicked with them. It seemed like it could even be some kind of like higher level spiritual type of relationship, right? And you could see yourself potentially going further with this person. It's like I hate using words like that, but it's almost like dream person in a way. At first, you could have literally had like stars in your eyes, but it felt like at some point you have to ask yourself the question, like, is there more than this? Is there more than the stars in my eyes? Is there more than the confusion about where this is going? And so it feels like we leave some of you at this point of I am gonna decide to cut it off, because it feels like, if I look at this woman card, this deck has many woman cards. This one is the one where she's like ready to go out and enjoy herself. So it's somebody who is like in Queen of Wands energy. It's that type of like, I'm confident, I have things I want to achieve, I know I'm attractive, I have value. I'm not gonna just like, no matter how attracted I am, no matter how much of a dream or dreamy person you seem to be, I'm not just gonna cut off any consideration for a future that I could have. So, all right, we have looked at both sides here. It comes up as a you versus them type of thing. Let's find out some more here. I want to find out for this masculine energy, what is this child card about? Okay. Okay, it feels like this guy, or if you're on this side, is masculine. And you don't have to be a man to be on this masculine side, right? Can be either. It's just the energy. This person here feels like the chance for a new start is they're losing it. Like they're losing it quickly. So it's like as this feminine energy grows, makes a step towards her future, there's a feeling like I'm losing this person, and it feels like this masculine energy might be tempted to come up with a scheme or a plan. How do we connect? This person wants to meet, it feels like. There's a sense about I want to meet, I want to like formulate some kind of plan to meet. It's like this person might think that if we could just meet or have some kind of social meetup, there's like a we can take a path that is better, is what I think the idea is here. All right, I want to okay, this is intriguing to me for this guy. Yeah, this person, this masculine energy, or this person here might actually want to, I see a lot about like very clearly wanting to take this in a intimate direction with their person. So it's somebody that wants to move a situation from difficulty into the bedroom, quite literally, right? We quite literally have a bedroom here. All right, and we said we're gonna find out what these blockages are. Okay, there's a man card again. I need more. Okay. All right. If this were like the regular tarot, I think the devil card would come out here, because what I'm seeing is that this is a guy. I'm thinking it's this side, this person that we've been talking about, has been focused a lot on plenty. This idea of I need more of something. I need more of, and with it comes with the whip. This is somebody, I'm just going to be honest, if you find yourself on this side, sometimes we do things unconsciously and we don't realize, but the energy is coming up here as this is a guy or a person here who this person enjoys almost like chaos or tension in their life in a way. It's almost like there's a lot of anxiety, or almost like I need more. I don't know if it's stimulation, people, excitement, that type of energy in their life. And that kind of internal push or belief has led this person to kind of almost like, I feel like it's like consume energies, like people, things. And I feel like that has created some tension. Now, I'm not going to ignore this. The whip has a very sexual energy as well. So this, when I pair it here, this could be a guy or a person here. If you're not like a guy, this could be somebody that actually seeks a lot of various casual relationships, physical experiences, and it feels like that could have jeopardized the relationship with this person here, their person. We do have this card, which is the cleanse or the spiritual insight, right? So it feels like whoever this guy is, this person could have been having some kind of spiritual intervention or insight into that. Okay. Listen, this reading is getting very specific, and I just want to find out for her what she was unclear about. Because if you're this guy, you might not realize or you might not know her side. Let's just pull this over. Okay. She was unclear. If you're on the side of this guy, you don't know what your person's feeling. This is what they're saying. It's very clear, actually. She is very clear. I was confused. I was unclear about your emotions, about what you felt. Did you feel love? Did you feel connection? Because clearly for her, it's like that's important. And what's coming out is she's saying that everything felt like a closed book, like a big secret in this situation. So without that kind of knowledge, security, understanding, she found it a big obstacle towards understanding the potential of what was, what was possible here. Was her idea that this could have been more reciprocated? Because the thing is, that's the thing that would make somebody stay and invest, right? Is if they also understand that their feeling is reciprocated. Okay. All right. What about, okay, what did she do to cut this off? It feels like if these two used to be like cordial, like if she used to be friendly, she cut that off. She cut it off completely. Yeah, okay. And I'm just looking at these cards. It feels like she is being prompted. There's a spirit card below that. She's being prompted to actually start a new phase in her life. There could be something to do with not just love, but like she's learning about love and connection, relationship. She's learning about the type of relationship that she wants. And she, for some of, if you're this woman, for some people, she's prioritizing maybe education or something over love and relationships in a new phase. It feels like, right? So one of these two options, or on her journey to educate herself, she's gonna find love, right? So there's like those three options in here. All right, so this has been a lot for the collective. I want to see if there's any like last words here, advice. If you are, okay, that's what we could do. If you are this guy, this masculine, what's the advice for you? Okay, what about that? Okay. Yeah, okay. It feels like if you're on this side with this masculine energy, who is struggling to just struggling with different things in their life and wanting to connect to their person, but did maybe something here to sabotage that. It's saying that the energy that is put forward, even though sometimes we don't do it intentionally, there is something here about juggling, being defensive, having many options. And the message really is that if you are seeking a partner who is like a steady, committed partner who's gonna like, be with you, care for you, all of that, be loyal to you is the main thing. This type of thing is not gonna really support that, right? So it's like figuring out a way that you can come into some kind of balance in your life where the three issues that present themselves: instability, imbalance, defensiveness, and treating or maybe serving many options at once is something that you can resolve, because it's going to get in the way of what it seems like you desire, which is this loyal person in your life, right? The two things aren't compatible, is the advice for you. All right. So for this feminine energy, what's the advice here? All right, what about that? Okay. Now, she came up as the Queen of Wands, and here is that card again. It says here, yeah, if there is a situation in your life that has been disruptive, it's just a clear call. Walk away from what is not serving you. Put a clear end to things that are betrayals, right? Because this is even betrayal. She could have felt betrayed. You could, if this is you, by someone, and the need to walk away is there, because if you are this Queen of Wands, right, somebody who's trying to do big things in life, if you're trying to be this stable person, create your own resources, your own prosperity, and your own stability, somebody who creates this type of tower moment, right, in your life is going to be destabilizing. So this reading for the collective has been, it depends. If you wanted this person back, this is telling you that this person still wants to be involved in your life, right? This masculine energy, if you're this feminine, they still want to be involved in your life. They still want that new beginning. They do feel things. I don't necessarily see a sense of like love. They're very attracted to you though. That is for sure. So if what you wanted from your person is like clear love energy, relationship energy, I don't know that this person here has that to offer. And that's fine, right? That's fine. It's different people have different things to offer, and if that's not what you want, if you're wanting love but you're with somebody who can't necessarily give you that, it's gonna create these tower moments all the time for you. So, and I think that's why you're being given this card of like, if what you want is not being what's being offered, you are gonna have to try to go on your own journey and find what's better for you. Okay, now I am gonna look for the zodiac signs. I'm gonna do that by cards. This was a big message. If you are resonating with it, please do like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, you can catch another collective reading. So let's see who was here. I'm gonna draw for this guy. Okay, the masculine energy. Who is this masculine energy? Could be a water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Could be a Gemini. Could be Aries. Could be somebody with Pisces as well as Taurus energy, Scorpio energy here as well. Leo, Aries. Okay, strong Leo energy. All right, if you relate to this feminine side, who could you be? All right, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius, oops, Scorpio, and you could also be Capricorn. There's also Leo as well, and this is Scorpio, and we end with Virgo. All right, so this was your reading, guys. Wishing you all the best. Take care, and I hope to see you on another reading again.